Alright guys, so like I said in the intro, we're going to do kind of an unconventional project for this course. And we're going to use the OctoberCMS, which was built on Laravel. Alright, so we're going to set up a website. We're going to navigate the back end, create some pages, create some blog posts. We're also going to create a custom theme, and then we're also going to create a custom component, okay, which is a type of plugin for OctoberCMS. So let's go ahead and get started. This is the website. I'm going to go to download the installer. Okay, and it's just going to download this zip file called installmaster.zip. So let's go ahead and open that up. And you'll have this folder called install master. So you're going to want to upload these files to your web host. Okay, we're using XAMPP. So what I'll do is just, let's see, we'll open up XAMPP. Or go into the htdocs, and let's create a new folder here, and we're going to call this let's just call this Acme, and we'll bring all these files over. Alright, and then we want to run this install.php file through the browser, but first thing we want to do before that is create a database. Alright, so let's create a database, and we'll just call it Acme _oct and click create. Alright, so now we have the database created. So now let's navigate to localhost /acme, and actually we want to go to the install.php file, and it's just going to run a couple checks on your system to make sure that everything's okay. If you're using XAMPP, everything should be checked off and we should be good to go. So let's click agree. And then we need to put in the parameters for the database. So the database name is Acme _oct. And then for the login, you want to put your database username. I'm using the root login, and then the password. And then we want to click this administrator button, and this is what you want to put for the admin data for your backend. So let's say first name, last name, and then email. I'm just going to use brad@gmail.com. And then for the admin login, you can change it if you want, but I'm just going to use admin and put in my password. Alright, so now let's click on advanced, and you can provide a different backend URL if you want. The default is /backend, and then there's this encryption code. You want to leave that, and then we're going to leave the permissions at 777. Okay, so we should be all set. Let's click continue, and it's going to ask us how we want to set up our site. So there's basically three options. We have start from scratch, which will install October without any plugins or themes. We have start from a theme, which we can pick from a pre-built site that fits a general purpose, or we could use a specific project ID. What I'm going to do here is start from a theme, just so we have something to work with and something to look at. Alright, so let's go ahead and click that. And there's all different themes you can choose from. I'm just going to grab the first one here, this clean blog, and we're going to click install. Okay, then we'll click confirm, and that's going to go ahead and set that stuff up for us. And you can attach custom plugins and components and stuff to a theme as well, and we'll get into that later on. If you want to set up a virtual host, you can, but I'm just going to use localhost /acme. Okay, we can use that as our URL. Alright, so that's all set. Now it shows us the web address, which is localhost /acme. So let's go ahead and open that in a new tab, and you should see something like this. Okay, so it looks pretty nice. This is that theme that we chose. And then if we want to go to the back end, we can click on this link here, which just goes to /backend, and we can go ahead and log in with the account that we chose. Alright, and it's a pretty nice back end. So we're going to stop here, and in the next video we'll take a little tour of the back end before we get into some programming.